today is a video that was requested by somebody on, I believe it was from TikTok. She asked me to do this tutorial on a nail I've already done. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I just take a clear tip. I use these because they're sturdier than the other ones. And pop it right on there. It's got one of those adhesive strips on it. And this stuff, I used to hate this stuff, let me rephrase it, because when I first got it, I thought it was, you know, transfer foil. You put it on there, it transferred the color and everything. Well, not so much. And if it does, it never did for me. So, now what I did is cut out a little piece of this. And let's tuck in there. Ooh, way too far. There we go. I'm going to use my Beetles base coat. I'm going to put a thin layer on here. Very thin, you don't want it pouring off the sides. Some of it's already going to kind of want to squish out. I feel like this stuff should transfer because it has a matte side to it, but I can't get it to transfer. Rub the back with alcohol, everything just doesn't work. But that's okay, this is how I'm going to use it. Lay that on there. I haven't cured it, it's still wet. Now, so you can get it flat this way, but you can't get it flat at the top because that's where the curve is. So, once I've flattened it this way, I take my clear jelly stamper. Best to keep it as flat as possible, which, as you see, did not happen. So let's try this again. I'll push the stamper straight through. Do this again. Trial and error. That's okay. Action. I'm going to cure this bottom part first. Now we'll work on the top part. And I'm still going to use my jelly stamper. It's the best way I know how to hold this down and cure it. Let's try this then. Now that it's stuck, I put it in the big lamp for 60 seconds. Okay, next thing I'm going to do now that it's on there is I'm going to cut around the edge, get the excess paper off, all that I can anyways. I mean, I'm sure you could cut out the shape, you wouldn't have to do all this, but it's just a nail tip that I'm designing. It's not on my fingers, so this was easier for me. Now, next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to paint it with some top coat. All over it. thick amount. Good size amount, because next I'll be filing. Give that 60 seconds. Alright, now that that's cured, I'm going to go around the edge and file downwards to get rid of this excess paper, excess foil. Alright. I'm doing this lightly because I want to change the shape of the nail if I can help it. This is on a stand. Kind of have to do it up and down. That's not stuck down right there. So, guess we'll be going back in to stick that down. Anyways, the part where it crinkled, I'm going to slightly file over it. Let's stick this down. Under here. Okay. Use a little bit of glue simply because it has a precision point on it. Make it a little easier. But this is my fault. It's because when the paper moved and I put it back, there probably wasn't enough gel up under it. I had already moved it when that whole paper moved. Arm alert. Oh yes, I'm using my mouth. Now I'm going to stick it in the lamp another 60. When that comes out, I found these on Shein. They're holographic foils. They have different designs on them. the one that I used the most, the one that I used on this particular nail, was this one. Found out about these from the Devil Wears press-ons. And when she said they actually transfer, I got me some. So I'm going to cut out a piece of that. And they actually transfer very easily. Gently buff over the surface. This is so my foil glue sticks to it. And I'm going to wipe it with alcohol because I had my fingers all over it, and the oil on the top of that nail will make the foil glue separate. Alright. Now, on the cart foil glue. Now what's really important about foil glue is if you don't dry it for the amount of time it tells you to, it will not work. It just gets gummy, nothing else. I cure this for 120 seconds. I just do 2 rounds of 60 because I know it's, full power at 60. Do a thin layer. So I make sure that it gets dry, or cured rather. And that's going in for 120 seconds. Alright. Now, when you're using these foils that look like this, it's very hard to tell which side is which. But if you have dry fingers, you can feel which side's shiny and which side is matte. So, this is the matte side. Wait a minute. Don't make me lie. Yeah, that's the matte side. You just stick it right on there after you let it cool down for a few seconds. You just rub it on. Rub it right on with your fingertip. These are super easy, so it really doesn't take much for them. And just rub it on all over. That foil glue is. If you find that for some reason it's not working for you, go on with a silicone tool. Rub harder with that if need be. But now, I don't know if you can see that. Maybe where it's come away from it. Now graphic on top of the pink iridescent. It's almost like faucets in a stone. Now that we're at this point, I will take my Beetles matte top coat and go over this. I'll make sure I'm getting all those little creases from where the paper crinkled. Which, don't worry, it's not going to matter when you get done with it. And 60 seconds. Alrighty. Now we're going to take our 3D candy carving gel. It's clear. And this is where the gold's going to be, the gold chrome. And I take it around the edge. It covers up all that crinkled upness from the foil. From there, I'm going to start forming an oval in the center. Now, I'm going to cure this for 15 seconds, 20 at the most. We're done with that. There you go. This is cheap 3D gel, so it spreads a lot quicker. Now, that's been cured for 20 seconds. And I've got my gold chrome powder. Got this from Amazon. It came in, I think, I want to say 24 or something pack of chrome powders. But this is the number 5 on it. It looks the best. It looks the most like gold. If this was black instead of clear, it really looks like gold, like 24 karat gold. And remember, we put that Beetles matte back here. It's very chrome resistant, and that's why I did it. You just go around with this. Gives off that light gold color. Now, I don't know how other 3D gels work, the more expensive ones. If you can cure them for 60 seconds and it still take on chrome, but this one won't. It has to be done like a top coat to work. Brush, knock it off. I'm going to take Beetles top coat and go over this. Going over the whole nail. Around all that 3D gel. Do that for 60 seconds. Now, to give it the full stone look, we're going to fill the middle with the No White Crazy top coat thick. this a dome, like a stone on there. I'm just going to use a flat brush. Get a good amount on there. Plop it right in the center here. Try to work it around so it touches all of the center part. And then I'm going to turn it upside down here to give it the dome appearance. And because this is crazy thick top coat, it's going to take a second. I'm going to cure that for another 60 seconds. And there you have it. Turn it sideways, you can see it's domed out. And if you see any imperfections, like I see this on the edge, you just go ahead and file it down. That one right here too. Right here from that glue, from where we had to re-glue it. There you have it. And that's how I made it. No polish. It's all foil and glue, basically. Top coat. Well, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I hope you like this tutorial. And bye, my little oddies.